Okay, I'm live. Just want to say hi to the chat. So again, I'm going live so I don't mess around with editing. So we'll just see how this goes. It might be a bumpy ride. Anyways, happy Wednesday, everyone. And I've got the chat open, so I may look over there every once in a while to see how things are going. All right. And let me see. Is that camera? I think that camera angle's okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, um, this is from two quick thrift with me's like a week and a half ago. I've been working on another project. It launched on time, so now I can get back to thrifting. So I actually went thrifting yesterday and made a thrift with me video. I'll post it tomorrow, and then we'll do the haul review from that one the next day. But I'm pretty excited because in here there are a couple of pieces that I've seen other people find, but I haven't found it yet, so I can check it off my bucket list. And something's pretty cool, pretty cool. So let me take a drink and we'll get started. So as usual, I've got a few clothing items. I still do clothing. I love clothing. So let's do that real quick. Oh, I thought I turned that off. Sorry. Hang on. Lindy, I'm live. I'll talk to you later. I thought I turned this down. Sorry. Okay, it's just Lindy. Okay. So, oh my gosh, I really wasn't. I was focusing on hard goods because I didn't have a lot of time. But as I was walking by the men's sweater rack, I just noticed a nice fabric. I wasn't even that close to it yet. So, kind of impressed with myself. I went, oh, that's a nice fabric. That might be cashmere. It was a Robert Graham sweater. I've never found a Robert Graham sweater. I guess I never bothered to find out if they made them. Of course, why not? And it made it to the half price sale. So it was $4. So a nice Robert Graham contrast shirt can resell for somewhere around 40 to 60, unless it's one of the really epic ones, then it can go up even higher, one of the limited editions. So I'm assuming a nice, lovely sweater, especially this awesome purple color, and see the texture on there, a little space dye texture. I see dog hair though. We'll get that off. Some kind of pet hair. I would imagine, I don't know, 30 to 40. I would imagine, kind of like the shirts, right? So that was fun. $4 and three more pieces, and then we'll move on to the fun hard goods too. Of course, I always pick up nice shrugs for boho, the artsy crowd, the hippie crowd. The name here is, it's okay, Marcus Adler, New York. Nothing, no high-end designer, but it was $4.99 and a little bit off. But this is a really nice one. Of course, I'll probably put this up for around, this is a really nice one, you guys. This isn't like a cheap one. So I'll probably put this up for around 40 and it'll sell somewhere between 30 and 40. I bet you this goes fairly quick. I might take the time to flip it over on Poshmark too. So, but when we buy things like this, boy, you do have to go to the window or something or find a good light and make sure there's no little tiny holes in it. So I got lucky with this one. It's fine. Oh, some people popped in. Hi, you guys. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Amy. Hi, Lindy. Lindy, you got too much work to do to be in here. I love you, though. Hi, Sharon. Okay, you guys, I'm going to carry on, okay? Yeah, this is a real pretty one. Now, this one does have a little bit of a side seam, so it made an armhole and then split. This is a way better quality. So I'm happy about that. Never be afraid of this kind of stuff. If it has fringe on it, bonus. Never be afraid of this kind of stuff. Cute little shrugs and stuff, okay? Well, this was new to me, but I almost didn't get it because it looks like quilted, right? But it's just printed fabric. But a little bit of a bonus made me look some more. Still new with tags. $5.99. Okay, I'm still interested. They did kind of redeem themselves by adding some nice tapestry, okay, here and down the front. So they kind of redeemed that the fabric was like a faux patchwork. It's lined in satin, not a cheap cotton, so that's good. The name is okay. I'll let you see it, but it's okay. Not necessary to know. Just things like this will sell, okay? And it's a plus size. I have a little bit harder time finding cool things in the plus size. I really try because there's a great market for it. I really do try. It just seems to be a little harder in that department. Oh, and this. Oh, dang. I would keep this if this was my size, $4.99. I would so keep this. A nice little, it almost feels like St. John Santana knit. It's a really nice knit. This isn't St. John, of course. What is this? Radzoli, just another one of those weird brands that might maybe make things for different department stores or might be a house brand label. I don't know. But this has the velvet burnout peplum. Can you guys see that? Oh my gosh. Doesn't it have a lot going for it? For people like me and some of you that are watching that like things with just a little bit of a twist. So I love this. I'll double check the label again, but I don't think that's going to be of too much importance. Made in China. But I'm hoping to get about 40 or so for this, 40 or 50. This is very unique. I love that. I should probably flip this one over on Poshmark as well, right? I just haven't been paying a lot of attention to Poshmark. Poshmark is okay, but eBay it does just fine. So I feel like with Poshmark, you really have to develop like your social media following to help you on that. It's kind of what I feel. You know, don't quote me, but a lot of people agree. I do sell something every once in a while over there, and I keep it active just because it's a good idea to have another platform, right? But I don't love that they raised their shipping rate. That makes it hard to sell one-offs, like one item over there that is a first class, because I think their shipping is now, what, $7.50, something like that? Let me peek at the chat, you guys. Beautiful. Hi, RV. Okay, you guys, I want to keep moving, okay? Because I've got a thrift with me video because I went thrifting yesterday. I snuck in there. I want to edit that and get that out tomorrow for you guys, and then we can do the haul from that one. So that was the clothing. Not bad, right? I still do love clothing. I don't really do a lot of the bread and butter. I've got other things, so there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't, okay? I just stick to something that is a little bit more unique because since I've added hard goods, not only added hard goods, but dove into vintage, you know, that I have to devote a chunk of time, of listing time to that. Listing takes time, and it's just me. Anyways, all right, I guess I should show this, right? Because that was my teaser thumbnail. So I always look at the dolls. If you follow me, I've explained why, and I've showed you examples of why I still look through the doll bins. Most of them are not resellable for a profit, but you know, when you find a doll that you sell for $160, you're going to keep looking. I sold an Aborigine doll for $60. I think I showed you guys that, you know, little pop-ups in a video not too long ago. So I'm checking through the dolls again. They're at this particular store. They're just in bins thrown down on the bottom. I look for unusual outfits. And of course, the real live baby. So this one has kind of a real look to it, right? Like live look. So I picked it up. I checked the neck. How much was it? It's only $3.99. So far, so good. And I checked the neck or the bellies, right? This one has a more unusual markings. See that? All that etched in and then a name. So I looked it up. And these dolls are resellable for a little chunk of money. It is Lee Middleton. Lee Middleton. Middleton, like, is it Princess Kate? Was it her maiden name, Middleton? So I need to see which particular doll this is. This may just be with the $40 or $50 resale, which is still good from $3.99, right? But some of them I saw were reselling, not just listed, but actually sold, like more closer to $100 to $200. So we'll see where this little sweetie pie falls in. Even if she's only the $40 one, that's fine. She cost me $3.99. Little fingers are perfect. I'm not a grandma yet. I don't know if any of the girls are going to do it. We've got 2 daughters between the 2 of us. I don't think either one of them. We'll see. Anyway, let's see how cute this is. Really cute, right? Oh my gosh. So all her little toes are there. Her outfit's still clean. So that's why I picked up this. I rarely pick up a doll because I really rarely find one that I think is worth it. But I always look. Once you find some home runs, you know, that's one of your departments that you remember to always look. Okay, so let's put her back over here and let her go to sleep. Let me check the chat. It's just me. She almost looks like Thumbelina from my childhood. If I write it once, I like your word association tricks. Okay, you guys, forgive me if I can't chat back, but I see you guys over there. Okay. $2.99. It said made in USA. I was a little sad. I don't think this is wood. I think this is kind of some kind of plastic, but I knew what it was. You guys know what this is? I'll give you a minute. Some of you might not know because some of you don't go to church. Actually, I don't go to church either anymore. But made in USA, this is one of those offering things. And these sell, yeah, they can sell. Some of them can sell for a lot of money if they're like the real wood. So this one I'm suspecting somewhere around 25-ish. Who knew? It's in great shape, not chipped or anything. And on the back, it says made in USA. So I'm not going to necessarily assume it's vintage because it says made in USA instead of China or something, because when it comes to some of the more specialty items, sometimes they're not mass produced overseas or something, you know, sometimes they are just made locally. So perhaps church supplies or something like that. I don't know. So I'm not going to assume it's vintage, but it could be. Anyways, church pew offering. Oh, speaking of offerings, I told you guys I was sharing my YouTube earnings. I did get my first check since I've been remonetized. So sometime in the next couple of videos, I'm going to give a little portion of it away as my tithing. I don't go to church anymore, but I tithe to some people, my friends, a couple of students, whatever hits me that month. So I'm going to tithe a little bit of that back. It won't be a lot. This was just my first one, and I'm still a small channel, but I did get a little check payout already. Thank goodness. So I'm going to flip somebody their first month of YouTube Red. And then also, I think you'll get 1 month free if you don't already have it. I think you'll get 1 month free, and then I'll pay for the next month, and then you can decide to keep it or not. But I'm telling you, and I've always said, I appreciate if you watch ads, but some of your favorite content creators will still make some ad revenue for our efforts. Okay. I didn't do it for a long time either because I'm like, no, I want my friends and the YouTube people I follow, you know, to get a little bit of compensation so they could upgrade equipment or whatever, you know, they're entertaining or I'm learning. Then when I found out, well, they'll still make money, I switched to YouTube Red and I'll never go back because no commercials. Okay. Anyway, so sometime here real quick, let me figure out how to do it. Somebody's going to get a paid month. Okay. My check wasn't real big. They pay out every $100. It was like $103. Okay. I just got remonetized and I'm a small channel, but thank you all for watching. Y'all helped me with that. So give some of it back and then use the rest to upgrade some kind of equipment. I don't know what. I could use a new camera. Okay, so there. If you see something like this, it's a church pew offering plate. Buy it because you can make some money. Okay, I don't know where to start because there's some cool stuff in here. Okay, we'll start with things that I'm not sure what they are. It's just art glass, though, not signed. So I don't know if it's anything special, but when I say special, everything I buy is special. I mean, I pick out cute stuff that either I like or I think other people are going to like. So what I just mean is it's not like a high-end designer name, like it's not a little leak that's going to bring me $1,000, okay? But no markings on it, unfortunately, but it is cute as a button. Little glass fish paperweight. I am all about the art glass. I'm all about the paperweight. So I tend to, you know, buy a lot of art glass to sell too. Y'all know, particularly vases. That's my first spot, vases. So I don't know. If nothing else, I'm sure it'll be worth about $15, $20, okay? Does anyone have any recommendation for a specific brand size ring light? I'll let other people tell you too, but can I say one thing? I did a lot of homework before I bought mine. Be sure that you get one. It shouldn't cost you extra. Just find the right ones. Be sure you get one that has the 2 switches, one for dimmer and one for like ambiance, like either blue tint, white, or like amber. Okay. Some places they sell ones where they want you to clip on a filter. No. Make sure it comes. Oh, another trick is you'll see one for a lower price and make sure it comes with the stand. Make sure they're not in the fine print. Anything, the size is optional. That depends on how much room you have. I personally bought the 12-inch. You don't need it. It's a little overkill, quite frankly. You can get a smaller one if you want, if it's for YouTube or taking photos. I even have a couple little ones. I'll show you. I even have a little one. This was like $10, $15. And I'll use this for photographing little things on here. I even sent one of these to Carrie. They do want to slide around. I had to put some bumpers on it and a bumper pads and a rubber band, but they're easy to grab. It has an on-off switch and a dimmer that I'm talking about, just like the big ones, and temperature, the amber to the bright white. These are pretty cheap. I even have another tiny, tiny small one with a phone holder over there that I got off of eBay. So anyways, just please look for the ones that has the 2 switches. Oh, and get LED, not fluorescent. When those fluorescent tubes go out, they cost a lot. Get LED. They last a lot longer. That's it. Anybody else have something to add? Have at it. I'm going to carry on. Okay. So let's see. Oh, salt and pepper shaker. Well, this was a new one. 99 cents. I don't know. Is that supposed to be a turkey or just cute? And then little tiny matching glass bottles. Isn't that adorable? I've never seen one like this. 99 cents. So worst case scenario on these little salt and pepper shakers, especially like the anthropomorphic little figurines, worst case scenario is like $10, $15 resale. But sometimes you get some, that are worth more. So we'll have to see what the deal is with this. No markings on it. It's definitely worth more than 99 cents. It's adorable. Okay, so there's that. There's no marking on this. And this, you would think, at first glance, I thought it was ceramic, but it seems to be some kind of carved antler. But this is cute. And there's no marking, but for $3.99, I'm going to give it a try. See, it's some kind of carved antler or something. Isn't that cute? So I don't know what I'm going to price this at. We'll see if I find some more or whatever, but it should be no less than $20, even if it's just a generic piece, right? That's adorable. Decent size, nice little apartment size decor. Shout out to Ashley Rose. If you're not following Ashley Rose and you like vintage, now she definitely leans into her niche, okay? She likes all the nesting hens and she likes the macrame and the owls, okay? So she definitely leans into her niche. But if you enjoy some entertainment of like, she's good at taking us to all these different antique malls. Oh, darn it. Stop, girl. Whew. That's me, always clumsy. She's really good at taking us to all these different antique malls. So it's a blast. And lately her mom's been going with her, Bunny, and she's been opening up with this, and she's hilarious. So I learned this from her. It doesn't look like much. It's not quality glass, but apparently there would be a cardboard thing and they would be filled with candy. So I think these are slightly vintage. So for $1.59, I learned it from her, but I don't know how much they sell for. I just thought, well, I'm going to mark this off my bucket list. So that's pretty cute. I wish it was a better color. So I can't tell you how much these sell for, but she tells us about it, but I don't know if I've ever seen her pick one up. So the resale value might not be there, but whatever. It's marked off my reseller bucket list. Anyways, I want to finish up with Ashley Rose. So she's really been putting out more videos and growing. She's a really fun girl. So if you like going places, she would be a good girl for that. And I get a little frustrated sometimes because I love the art glass and she apparently doesn't. She just kind of zooms by it. And I'm like, stop. But anyways, I let her do her thing without complaining. But if you need to know anything about any type of nesting hen or nesting animal, she knows, okay? So that seems to be one of her specialties. She has a great collection. She'll make you want to buy one. I bought one. Remember that carnival glass one I bought, that Indiana? That was because of her. I really don't. It's not really my groove, but I'm like, I got to have one. Just like from watching Jocelyn and Drew and Jocelyn over on Crazy Lamp Lady channel, I'm like, well, I gotta have a fairy lamp. That crowd, all her followers want fairy lamps too. So I have a fairy lamp as well. Okay, let's carry on. I better check the chat. Me too, Sharon. The salt and pepper shakers. I don't know. I just have to. Okay, I can't say these words. Handmade. Monosaki ceramic Greece. Anyways, I've been finding a lot of stuff from Greece. So since it was wow, does that say $6.99? What did I do? That had to have been half price. I would have never paid that much for this. That had to be a half price sale. It's the Arc, so I go on senior day. Okay, $3.50. Whew. It's pretty cute. Greek. And when I looked up the name, it had this name. Let it focus, you guys, because I can't say all that. It had some resale value, okay? So it's been a couple weeks on this, sorry. But it had some resale value. It's ceramic, no nicks, marked. Greek stuff sells well. As a matter of fact, I got another one of these. I bought something like this a couple weeks ago. It's listed, and I found a little tiny one. Rhodes Grease. This one's only 99 cents. It's a little like redware. So it'll look like that. It'll look like a studio project, but it's not, okay? So this is really cute. This reminds me of the Marshalls technique, what they do. So I'll put this up. This is probably about 15 to 20. And I can't remember about this, sorry. But stuff, Greek stuff or Greece motifs, those are winners too. So we don't find a whole lot, at least I don't. But lately I've been finding more than my share, I would believe. So there's the Greece stuff. Okay, while we're on little plates, and I haven't looked this one up. It was just only $1.29. Earthen Vessel. It rang a bell. That name rang a bell. I've sold something else of theirs, so I just went ahead and got this. 1992, not terribly, just barely vintage, right? Cincinnati, Ohio for this one, but it's the Ark. So those are two animals: elephants, giraffe, the Ark. So that's pretty cute. Sorry, I can't tell you, but I would guess around 15 or 20. That is somewhat of a name. Earthen Vessel. They make more than just plates, okay? And, oh my gosh. A little salt, what do you call it? Oh, darn it, I'm losing it. Okay, it's $1.29. That salt finish. Salt glaze. Thank you. I wanted to say salt glow. That is not right. Or salt cellar, because I found one yesterday. Where do you guys see that one? Anyways, salt glaze. So it is marked. It just says white. So I didn't bother to see if that's another good company like Eldrith or Salmon Falls. Eldrith being better, of course. But for $1.29, and for some reason, these little tiny sample things, some people collect them. So I learned that from Drew and Jocelyn and Jeffrey Real Nifty Vintage. So salt glaze. Oh, my camera's not doing well. Well, Google it if you don't know, and then you'll kind of understand. You'll know it when you see it because it looks like it's not right. It's like all bubbly, or like somebody sprayed too much glazing and didn't let it dry. It's what it looks like, okay? But it's a thing. It's salt glaze. I didn't know that. I always passed it up as, ooh, that project didn't go well. But I got schooled. I got schooled about 4 months ago when I dove into vintage and started watching some of these vintage resellers. Okay, let me check the chat, you guys. Salt cellar. Yeah, I did find a salt cellar though. My first one in that slag glass. It's so cute. It was 99 cents, like this big. That's in the next haul. Okay, that's Thrift with me video on that will come out tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get it done tonight. It'll just be a quickie, like 10-12 minutes. So I think I can get it done and up. Anyways, art glass, that's me. This one is not signed, so it's probably just a little cheap import, but it was $1.99, and it's just cute. It's just cute. There are a lot of other art glass lovers. Some aren't purists. They'll take new pieces as well. They're more into like a color scheme. And then also remember, if you're into this kind of stuff like I am and some of our other YouTuber reseller friends, we have designers that are scouring eBay, Etsy, whatever, for cool pieces. because the cooler pieces they find, or the more perfect pieces they can find for their clients, the cooler they are, right? And if we're selling them affordable too, oh my gosh. So I'm not too much of a, I'm not really like a vintage snob. Oh, that don't sound right. That don't sound nice. You know what I mean? I'm not just vintage. I like modern too. I don't want to skip anything. There's some cool stuff in here, but I want to do this because I'm afraid I'm going to knock it over. $2.49. Isn't this awesome? This basket, woven, and then with the little, I don't remember what these shells are called, puka shells or whatever. I don't know. You'll see them on necklaces a lot, tourist necklaces. They're super sturdy. $2.49. Nobody signed it. I'll Google Lens it and give it a shot to see if I can find out more about it, but it's cool enough for $2.50. And eventually someone's going to want it. Right, Sharon? Isn't that cute? Hi, Jennifer. I see you just popped in. That's nice, right? $2.50. What do you think? Maybe start about 25, 28? It's cool. It's very sturdy, too. All right, I want to put this away because that one's causing me problems. Okay, let's get this out of the way too. Of course, a smiley face. I already have one of these. This one happens to be a planter instead of a mug. I already have one of these, but I still buy these when they're cheap because I give these out to all my friends. I give these out. So, and if I've ever shipped you a fan mail, you've already got one from me too. So I think, yeah. Okay, anyways. But what's inside of here is, I'm still working on the jewelry. Yes, it's on the docket for this year. I'm not going to be afraid anymore. 3 or 4 years of following Tanya and Thelma and Angie and Anita and Barb, Picky Chick. I mean, that's enough. Come on, Yvonne. Do something about it. So yeah, I've been stockpiling cool pieces, and I've ordered a testing kit like what Thelma uses for testing the different metals. The 7-piece kit is under $15. Grabbed some pieces during the half price sale. So little piece of fused. This was $1.50. I don't know if you can see it in the package. Let it catch up. Little piece of fused glass, and somebody put it on a pendant. So really cute earrings. Oh, a glass. This is cool. I need to really check this one out. I paid full price, $3.99, because this is something, I think. That bevel almost looks gold too. This particular thrift store has a lady that is specifically the jewelry lady, and she's older. She knows her stuff. It'd be pretty rare for me to snipe some gold from her, but I don't know yet. This is a glass etched cameo. Isn't that cute? And that really looks like it's got some gold content. Okay, so that's going over into jewelry, and any day now, I'm going to do a video and we're going to get all my jewelry stash out that I've been just throwing over there for the last like 3 or 4 years. Now, this one was $2.99. This one's for me. It's mesh, 3-tone, silver, light silver, and gray, magnetic clasp. That's for me. I'm a tall girl, and so I'm not really big, but I guess I don't look like it because I'm tall. But a lot of jewelry doesn't fit me like this. So I was kind of excited when something cool that I actually like, and it fit my wrist. So this one's actually for me. This looks like me, right? If you guys know me, that's, yeah, silver and metal. That's Yvonne. So $3, that's for me. Okay, so oh, what are you doing in there? Oh, frosted glass seal. I checked it over everywhere to see if it said Baccarat or anything. So it might just be a Viking or something like that, but I'll keep looking. It was $1.99. It used to have a sticker on it. I don't know if that was a maker's sticker or a garage sales sticker. But anyways, clear bottom, frosted top. Oh, we need something. Let's see if this will help. Let's see if this will help. A little bit. It's shiny though. There we go. Frosted seal. Cute. So if it turns out it's not anything by anybody important, forgive me for saying that again, it surely is worth at least 15 to 20, right? I like selling that kind of stuff. Okay. $2.99. West Germany. I can't, okay, it says for ceramic Germany. But when I looked that up, I don't know if that's a brand name or it's just German for something like ceramic or gold or the process of the coloring. But anyways, even when I just straight up went to eBay with those exact words, it pulled up some stuff that looked like it had good sales. This is really nice. So I don't know if you can tell. This is a minty green with a matte gold mottled. It's pretty heavy for ceramic. It's really nice. Nothing's wrong with it at all. So I'm thinking this is about $25, $30. I saw some good solds under that name, which again, I don't know if it's a brand. I saw some good sold under that wording though. There is some kind of another marking, but it's too faded to read. Anyways, this was in the vase area. Love it. My favorite area. This here, not sure how to say it. Let me get a drink, you guys. Let me slow down. Get a drink. Okay. Cool, huh? Looks kind of modern, and perhaps it is. It was $2.99, and it's just scribbled again, like someone just made it in their studio. It says Brex. I'm gonna have to just say it, okay? I mean, spell it. Breaaux. Kind of Frenchy like, right? I don't think you're gonna be able to see it, but let me try it. Let it zoom. It's not gonna do it, you guys. It's etched in there. That's a name. Some of their stuff was really high value. This, I saw some of this in other colors too. So I think if I remember correctly, this was like $30 to $40 value, depending on where it was sold. It's real heavy. Interesting, huh? So it has a mid-century modern vibe, but it also has a very contemporary, like designer, like now vibe too. And the color is good. So I don't know. But anyways, it's weird enough that I think any of you would have pulled it too. So again, I'm learning not to just pick something up and be like, oh, that's just somebody studio and they scribbled their name. Well, I'm learning that's a mistake to assume that. That is a known maker. Not sure about this one though. I haven't peeled the label off, but it is signed, and this one's going to be one of those that's going to take some research. It is dated 1989. I paid $5, half price. I'm hoping the signature turns out to be something. I'll get back to you on that, okay? But it's cool. Palm trees, coconuts. It's just cool. So 1989, just barely vintage. I'm hoping that when I get that label off and look, that it's going to be a good maker. I feel like it's still worth more than $5. Oh man, this makes me, I'm still wanting to have a booth. Like, I don't know, because there's so many cool things that it's just cost prohibitive. Did I say that right? Cost prohibitive. Yeah, you guys know what I'm trying to say. To ship, to put it online, because shipping, oh gosh, shipping keeps going up and up. But I'm like, man, I would love to flip some of this stuff or save it and put it in a booth. Of course, a booth at a market, indoor market, is not going to get the traffic. But we are kind of a touristy town, and one of our antique malls is over by Garden of the Gods, which is very touristy. So I'm like, I might try that. I might try it, split with someone, and just see. The issue of theft and breakage still freaks me out. I wouldn't put anything high end in there unless I had a locking case. Let me think about it. But it just makes, I want to just go to all the Goodwills, raid all the vases and be like the crazy vase lady, right? And have a booth. And then maybe even a special store, nothing but vases. Because I love that. Okay, 2 more things, and then I want to talk about this because this is exciting. Okay. HFP Macau. It says made in China, but I still went for it because they match, they're adorable, and they're somewhat modern, but this name does come up. Let it focus, you guys. There it is. That HFP Macau does come up with some interesting items that have some resale value. So I'm hoping these little, partridges, pheasants. Doves, I don't know, but they're cute because they're a matching set. The name was okay, even though it's not super vintage. Kind of got that 80s, 90 colorway going on, which we're going to see a lot of that. Some people are leaning into gold again instead of silver. Got hopes for these. Can't tell you much. A couple weeks. It's just me listing. It takes me a couple weeks to get everything listed. So I think I'm going to put them up for about $38 for the pair. See what happens. Warn me when you're tossing pottery in the air. I know. I'm surprised I haven't knocked anything over. Okay, one more thing and then a little update on my wall. Woo! I love this. So, like, this was $1.99, you guys. Hey, what just happened? This was $1.99. I came in too fast. Coming in hot. Okay, this was $1.99. And I'm like, ooh, probably everyone else thought that was like super ugly color, like a mistake, but they would be wrong. This is, can't remember now. Okay, this is Hebron. Hebron. If you don't know anything about it, it's not marked, but you could tell by this way the bottom is very typical of their stuff. Okay, you know how some things, okay, like Limoges is a process. And okay, different things have processes. Eldritch does that salt glaze process. Okay, this is made in a certain area, I believe over in Israel, that kind of area. And because of the chemicals in their salt and salts and stuff in their sand or whatever they mix, it's a special process. It's a secret, very guarded. So only a few houses, pottery places, glass places, in that area get to know the secret and get to train to do this. So a lot of their pieces can go for decent money. I mean, we're not talking the leak money. We're talking like 40 or 50, right? But anyway, so get familiar with this because at first you'll be like, oh, that was something that went horribly wrong. It is blown glass, special technique, special properties of the silica and the sand and the salts from that region. Hebron, Hebron, Phoenician. Darn it. Hey, hang on, you guys. Bear with me. This is worth it. Let me pull it up on my phone because this is really interesting. I learned something new. I don't know if I'm going to sell that. That's probably going to go in my wall. Bear with me, you guys. I've got a picture that I was going to, because I wasn't going to do this live and I was going to throw up that picture. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. Phoenician glass. Phoenician civilization, 2,000 years BC. It's got something to do with the process and the chemical mixture of the sand over there. So Hebron, Phoenician. Let's just focus. There's how you spell that other word, okay? For those of you that are like me, you write stuff down and you go look it up later, okay? That's worth knowing. Some of the things that they make, okay? Look at it again. Now, see, when I'm through the light, this is like an amber. It's really pretty, you guys. It's prettier, I think, than it's coming across. So if there was light from behind me, you'd see. Let me turn this on and see if we can catch it. No, it's not going to work. Sorry. Okay. So that was cool. $1.99 because whoever priced it went, oh, that's ugly. No, it's not. No, it's not ugly. Again, this is probably going to have to go from my wall. Those of you that are following me on my wall, I think you'd agree. Okay, let me grab two pieces that I sniped in case you don't follow me on Instagram or Facebook. These are incredible. I've been bragging about them everywhere. Snipe these off of eBay. Man, okay. I know we watch some people, okay, let's say like Drew and Jocelyn, Crazy Lamp Lady. Okay, let's use her as an example. Okay, she has a huge social media following, right? So she can start all her auctions at $4 and it's going to be okay. And she's proven that it's going to be okay, all right? She's already tested it and it works just fine for her. But unless you got something really, really high end or no competition, you can't do that. This person started their auction at $9.99. No, and it had something weird. It had these weird old nasty felt pieces so it wouldn't slide around. Nobody else bid on it. It's a West. Oh, there's those nasty little felt pieces. Oh my gosh, nobody else bid on it. I got it for $9.99 plus I think she charged $10.50 shipping. So that's about $20-ish. I'd have been lucky to find this for $20 out in the like an antique mall, and I have never seen something this pretty sit on the shelf at a thrift store. It would go in a case or online. It's Westmoreland. So I do have another nesting piece, but this one's pretty epic. Do you see that color and the detail? This sells for about $40 to $80 depending on the color scheme, the colorway, okay? You can check it out. Westmoreland nesting bird or dove. Oh, a tear almost rolled down my eyes when I got it. It was perfect. And then I soaked it carefully. No chemicals on this glass, right? And got those off. Okay, here's the other snipe. Another Westmoreland piece. This is the Argonaut. Comes in different colors. This one's more of a rare color. The oatmeal mist or almond mist. It's got a little bit of white swirl in it too. Wait a minute, you guys. Let this focus because it's worth to see all the ornate detail. So give this a minute to focus. Oh my gosh. So another Westmoreland piece that I got sniped off eBay for like 20 some dollars, with the shipping. Nobody else bid on it. Again, her title was weird. So it didn't really come up with the rest of them. This thing is heavy. This was another one that almost brought a tear to my eye when I got it. I gave her such good feedback, and I personally wrote a message to tell her, I know this was a great deal. Thank you. And I told her what's going to happen to it, that it's at a good home. It's going to be part of a vintage glass wall display that I'm building. And it's going to get lots of love and attention from me, friends, family, and my cyber friends. Anyways, these are the two new additions. Stop. I know, Sharon. I know. I don't do this with these babies. These are the two new additions for the wall. I probably have enough pieces, at least for one shelf. I mean, I really kind of want to collect them all and then like, bam, do it all at once. All right, you guys. I hope you enjoyed some of the pieces. I hope you learned something. I hope you love these as much as I do. Oh my gosh. I'm going to check the chat and probably clock out. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, every once in a while you can get a good deal on eBay. I almost feel bad. That's why I wanted her to know that it's going to a good home, because I was like, oh no, but I almost felt bad, but I'm a businesswoman and I'm a collector and I'm savvy. So it just is what it is. I love these. Like, if she loved it as much as I do, it wouldn't even have been for sale, right? I love this. I've already told the daughters, okay, this is going to look like just a bunch of like grandma junk on a shelf. But if anything happens to me, you guys call any of my reseller friends, tell them I've passed away. Come and get my mom's vintage glass collection stuff. Don't just redonate it. Call somebody. Call Lindy. She'll tell you who to get a hold of. She's not into vintage, but she'll help you find one of my other vintage lover friends to come get everything. Do not donate it back. Oh my gosh. I did say that. Hannah's like, stop, don't talk like that. Okay. Well, you guys, I appreciate it. Again, stay tuned soon, because somebody's going to get, a little thing in their PayPal account to pay, or a gift card from YouTube, or however it works, to pay for a month of YouTube Red. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Doing giveaways on YouTube is tricky. So I want to make sure I'm in full compliance. Okay. I'm going to get a snack. I'm going to edit my Thrift With Me video from yesterday. Hopefully get it loaded tonight or tomorrow. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks and have a great day. Oh, or I'll see you on one of your videos. Yeah. Thanks and have a great day. All right, you guys, clocking out. I really appreciate y'all. Bye bye.